Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I hope you're all doing really well and you've had a good week. In today's video I'm going to be sharing 3 looks that I've been inspired to sew based on images that I found from things on the high street, images on Pinterest and things like that, and how I'm planning to recreate some of them for my own handmade wardrobe based on patterns and fabrics and things that I either have in my stash already or that I'm planning to buy. So I really hope you will enjoy this video, and I hope that it might provide you with some sewing inspiration for yourself for autumn and winter, and I'd love to know what you think of the things that I've chosen to make. So as always, if you are new to my channel, I'd love you to consider subscribing. I post lots of sewing content, lots of sewing plans, fabric hauls, things I've been making, sew-alongs and things like that. So if you're into sewing and making too, I'd love you to consider subscribing. And if you do watch and you haven't yet subscribed, I'd love you to consider subscribing too, because it really does help me out in the YouTube algorithm, as it were. Thank you so much if you do already subscribe, and if you're joining me again today and you're a regular viewer, thank you so much for joining me again. So just before I get started sharing my plans, I just thought I'd quickly tell you what I'm wearing today. Please don't judge me, but today I'm not wearing anything handmade. I'm actually wearing a dress that I picked up from Tesco, of all places. So I don't tend to buy many dresses these days because I make so many of them, and dresses are something that I love to make, so I tend to not buy them. And if I do see any I like, I tend to try and recreate them myself or make something similar. But this one I just really liked. I was just in Tesco doing a little shop, as we do, and I think I needed to go into the clothing department just to get something for my daughter for school or something, and this dress was just hanging there, and yeah, I really liked it. So I'll just stand up quickly and show you so you can see a little bit more of what it looks like. It is a midi dress, so I won't be able to show you the full thing, but I'll just quickly stand up so you can see. So it's a long-sleeved jersey midi dress. And yeah, I absolutely loved the print of this. I really liked the floral, and I could tell just by the way it was hanging on the hanger that it would just fit me really well, and that doesn't often happen with midi dresses and things, so I thought I would buy this one. And I really enjoy wearing it. It's so comfy because it's like a viscose jersey or something, so it hangs really nicely and it's really comfortable to wear. But another reason why I wanted to buy it is because I'd really like to use it to recreate my own jersey dress similar to this. So you'll know, if you've watched some of my previous makes videos over the summer, how much I've really enjoyed making midi dresses, and I've really enjoyed wearing them over the summer, and I just feel super comfy in them. I think they're really lovely to wear with trainers and boots and things. So I thought that maybe I could try and recreate this dress and make a jersey dress similar to this for my own wardrobe this autumn and winter. So I guess you could say that's the first thing that I've been inspired to try and sew for autumn and winter this year, but it's not one that's technically on my list. So you might remember that I made a similar video to this back in the summer where I shared 3 garments that I've been inspired to sew based on things that I'd seen on the high street again, and images that I'd seen on Pinterest, and just things that were trending sort of in the shops and out there in the world, that I really wanted to kind of recreate for myself using my own patterns and fabrics. So I will link that video down below if you'd like to watch it, or if you haven't watched it already. It will be a bit unseasonal now if you are in the UK, because obviously they're summer garments, but if you are in a warmer country it might be a bit inspirational to you. So I'll link it below anyway if you want to pop over and see that one. But basically on that list I had a frilly collar blouse which I managed to make, and I'll pop in an image here so you can see my finished version. I also had a pair of wide leg floral trousers inspired by an image that I'd seen on the Anthropology website, and I also had a pair of paper bag waist shorts, and they were based on a pair that I'd seen on the Suzanne website. So unfortunately I don't have a finished garment image to share with you of my shorts because they never got made. So I don't know about you, but this summer I was completely uninspired really to make anything that I'd need to wear in hot weather, because our summer in the UK was just awful. It was cold and rainy and windy, and yeah, I think I wore a pair of shorts a couple of times this year and that was it. So in the end my lovely pair of paper bag waist shorts didn't get made, and I just kind of put those off. And as I mentioned, I was just much more comfortable wearing dresses and sort of longer things. And over the summer as well, I mentioned that I had my polymorphous light eruption thing happen on my legs, so I just didn't want to wear anything that was too short either. So those shorts unfortunately didn't get made, But so we have actually booked a hot holiday for next year. So next February, we're hoping, fingers crossed, that we might get to go to Dubai. It's my husband's 40th birthday next year, and we've been planning and saving up. We really wanted to go to Dubai. And obviously with the COVID rules and travel restrictions and everything, we didn't know if we'd be able to go. But it's kind of all opened up a little bit more now, and we've booked that holiday for February next year. I'm really excited, not only because of the holiday, of course, but also because I might get to wear a few more of my summer handmade garments that I never got to wear in the UK this year. So I'm really hoping to make that pair of paper bag waist shorts and take them on that holiday. So stay tuned for that one, and hopefully I will get them made eventually. So the first garment that I've been inspired to try and sew for my autumn and winter wardrobe this year is a shacket. I don't know what you think of the word shacket. Personally, every time I say it, it just makes me laugh because it just seems such a silly word, but it's like a combination of a shirt and a jacket. It's a kind of heavier weight shirt, I suppose, that you can wear over jumpers and things like that. And I just really love the look of them out there on the high street at the moment. So I just pop in an image, and I really liked this one. I really like the colour of the plaid fabric here, and I really like how the model is wearing it with a hoodie underneath. I just think that is like a super kind of cosy, casual look, something that you could just wear on the school run or out walking the dog, which is mainly my life these days. So yeah, I think that would be a really good addition to my handmade wardrobe. I think I could just throw it on and wear it in lots of areas of my life. And as I say, I really like how it's being worn in this photo. Possibly inspired to try and make a similar plain hoodie as well, maybe using the Stella pattern or something from Tilly and the Buttons, but that's not technically on my list. But yeah, I do really like that whole outfit. So yeah, that's first on my list, a shacket, and I'll just pop in another image that I've seen. Right, so this is a plain version of a shacket, and I really like the cream colour that they've used here, and I think this would look really nice in like a boucle or a teddy fabric or something like that, just with something cosy underneath. So those are my two inspiration images. So I've not actually found many shacket patterns out there at the moment. There are two that I've found and I can't quite decide which to use yet. So let me know what you think. So two patterns similar to this I think that I could use to base my version of this shacket on are the Friday Pattern Company Ilford Jacket, and I'll just put in an image here because I don't have the pattern yet. So this is like a unisex pattern. I think you can make a male version or a female version, and I'm not sure if you have to buy separate patterns for male or female, or if they just come as the same one and then you make a male or female. Let me know if you've made this jacket in the comments, and let me know what the pattern's like, because I'd really like to know. But I have seen lots of versions online of this jacket, and it looks really nice, and I think it would look really nice in like a plaid or a checkered fabric. So that's my first one. The only thing I don't really like about this one is that it doesn't have the kind of traditional curved bottom of a shirt. It's definitely more of a jacket pattern than a shacket. I'm going to get tongue-tied saying that, aren't I? But yeah, I really like the look of the Ilford jacket. The other pattern I've found is the Stylark Logan shacket, and this one is actually called a shacket, so I think it's more of what I want, and it definitely has that more kind of traditional curved bottom feel. It looks more like a shirt, and I really like the style of this one. I've never used a Stylark pattern, but I have heard that they're a bit more on the vague side to follow. So yeah, let me know if you've used a Stylark pattern before, and let me know what you think of them. I'd really like to try one actually, because I do really like their patterns. I think they're quite on trend, and I always like the images that they use on the front of their patterns as well. I think they're quite inspirational. So that's the one that I'm kind of veering more towards at the moment. I'd really like to try a Stylark pattern, and I do like the style of this Logan shacket, as I say. So yes, let me know what you think out of those two. So for my fabric choices, I don't have any at the moment, so I'm just going to pop in a few that I've found online. But yeah, for my first version, I think I'm going to try it in a brushed cotton, see how the sizing works and everything. I'm a little bit worried that it's going to come up too oversized because I'm quite petite, 5'3", and I'm always worried that things are going to come up a bit big. But I guess if you're going to wear a hoodie or a jumper or something underneath it, then you do want it quite oversized anyway. And then when I'm happy with the size, I think I will move on to more of a maybe thicker fabric, like a coating fabric or something like that, or maybe like a thicker fleecy backed fabric or something like that. But yeah, that's my first item. That's one of the things I'd like to add to my wardrobe for this season, a shacket. So the second thing I'd really like to add to my wardrobe for this season is a midi or a maxi skirt. So I'm not generally a skirt maker or wearer actually. I don't tend to make or wear skirts very often. But as I mentioned, I've been really comfortable in midi and maxi length dresses over the summer, and I'd really like to continue that kind of secret pyjama feel into the autumn and winter. I'll pop in a couple of inspiration images that I found online. There's a lovely image from Bowden that I really liked. I really like the midi length of this skirt, and I just think it looks really nice and comfortable and casual to wear with trainers or boots or something, and then a nice woolly jumper on top, and I just think that would look really comfortable. So I've been searching around online for a couple of skirt patterns that I could possibly use to recreate this look. And one of the patterns I found was the True Bias Mauve skirt. So this is just a PDF pattern, I believe. So it's an elasticated waist skirt, and you can make it in lots of different lengths. You can make it as a mini skirt or a midi skirt, obviously, or a maxi skirt, depending on how long you make your tiers. So I really like the look of this one. I like the tiered look of it. And of course I love the elasticated waist because that would be super comfy and you could tuck a jumper in or whatever. So yeah, let me know if you've made this skirt in the comments below. Let me know what you think of it. But yeah, this season I really want to branch out and start wearing more skirts. So if you have a good skirt pattern that you've tried over the summer maybe, or in the winter in the past, let me know. I'd really like it to be at least midi length, but obviously you can probably lengthen or shorten as you like. But yeah, that's the True Bias Mauve skirt, so that's one possibility. Another pattern that I found is another style art pattern, and it's the Northcote skirt, and I quite like the look of this one because it's not quite so big and puffy because it hasn't got those layers and those tiers. I quite like the kind of more straight style of it. And I think I'll maybe feel a bit more comfortable in that with boots or trainers and things. And I think that kind of looks a bit more similar to the Bowden image that I put up, and I really like that style. So yeah, I'm obviously liking the style arc patterns at the moment. I'm just a little bit nervous, as I say, to try them because I have heard that their instructions are more on the vague side, but hopefully with a simple skirt, is there too much that can go wrong? I don't know. Probably. But yeah, I'm going to maybe try that one. So I'm on the hunt for a really lovely viscose fabric that I can use for a similar skirt like that, and I found this really lovely floral one from Minerva. I've actually had my eye on this fabric for a while, but I've not bought it for some reason. It's a really lovely olive colour, and I really like that, and I think that maybe that would look really nice as a long skirt with a black jumper or something over it. So yeah, I really like that one. And also, you might remember in a recent fabric haul video that I shared this lovely viscose that I picked up from Abercon Fabrics. And I absolutely love this print. And Abercon actually have this in a different colourway. So I've got the navy one here. It actually comes with a black background and slightly different coloured flowers. So I'm wondering actually about buying the other colourway of this. I think actually it also comes in like a teal colour as well. So lots of different colour variations of this fabric, but I really like this. I could use this one, but I've actually kind of got this earmarked for something else. I really want to make a midi Darling Ranges dress with this. I think that's what I've decided to make with this one. So I'm saving this for that dress, but yeah, I might actually buy the other colourway anyway because I really like this print and I don't want it to go out of stock before I've got any. But I also like that olive colour, so I may buy that one too and just see what happens. Let me know which skirt you think I should go for, and let me know as well if there's any other lovely skirt patterns that you've seen that I could use for my autumn winter skirt pattern. So that's that one, a midi or maxi length skirt. So finally on my list, I was a bit hesitant to include this one because I was a bit worried it might be boring. But then I decided to go with it anyway, and this is a luxury loungewear set. So I love loungewear. You probably guessed that last year I made quite a lot of loungewear. I made 2 kind of loungewear sets and I made a lot of sweatshirts. And that's just because I really love to be cozy in the evenings. Often if I'm wearing something a bit more fancy in the day, it doesn't happen that often, but now and again, or jeans or something. In the evening when we've all got home from school and work and whatever, it's really nice sometimes just to change into loungewear so that you're really cozy and comfy to sit and watch the TV in the evening or whatever. So that's what I tend to do. Everyone laughs at me in this house actually, because it was a bit of a standing joke that as soon as we got in the door I would kind of go and put my joggers on or something and take my jeans off straight away, because I just wanted to be cozy when we were at home. So yeah, I am a lover of loungewear. So an image that I've seen is this one. I absolutely love this loungewear set. It's a cashmere loungewear set, so obviously it's more on the pricey side, but I just think that would be absolutely lovely and cozy to change into in the evenings. So I thought I would try to kind of recreate something similar that I could use to change into in the evenings and be super cozy. I've actually had the Hudson pants pattern for ages. I think I bought this in January, and for some reason I've not yet made it up yet. Even though I'm such a lover of wearing jogging bottoms and things like that, I've not yet made this up, and this is actually on my make 9, so it would be really good to get this made up before the end of the year. So I thought that I would give the Hudson pants a go as the bottoms of my loungewear set. I think what I'm going to do is, this pattern actually comes in 2 different lengths, so you can make it as a 3/4 length pair of trousers, or you can make it as a full length pair of trousers. And because I tend to have trouble with the lengths of things, I think I'm maybe going to go with the 3/4 length joggers and maybe lengthen them if I need to. So I'm going to see how I go with that. I think I'm going to do the same again, and I'm going to buy some more inexpensive fabric and try out a pair first, and just see what the length and everything is like, and see how I feel in them and if I need to make any changes or anything. And then for the top of the loungewear, I think I'm just going to go for my beloved Megan Nielsen Jara sweatshirt, which I absolutely love at the moment, and I'm making this one all the time because I just love the fit of it. Last year was all about the Linden sweatshirt. I made loads and loads of Linden sweatshirts, but this year I'm just loving the Jara sweatshirt because it's really nice and oversized and boxy, and I feel really comfortable in it. So I thought for the top of my loungewear set, I'm going to just make the standard version of the sweatshirt of this, as I have been making recently, and maybe just lengthen it a little bit just to give it a bit more kind of coziness and a bit more length. And that would be the top. Another sweatshirt pattern actually that I'm really liking the look of is the Closet Core Mile End sweatshirt. I don't know if you've seen this one. I'll put an image of it up now, and I keep wondering whether I should invest in it and have another sweatshirt pattern in my stash, but I'm not quite sure if I can justify that. So yeah, it's a really good one though, because there are lots of different options there. So you can make it with a hood. It has a kind of crossover bodice and then a hood that hangs at the back, or you can just make a standard sweatshirt, and there's a few different options and quite interesting details to that sweatshirt. So that one is a bit on my wish list, but I have so many sweatshirt patterns at the moment, I'm not sure if I can justify it. But yeah, I think that would be a really good loungewear sweatshirt pattern as well. So a fabric that I have my eye on is something a bit more pricey, a bit more luxurious, because obviously I do want this to be more luxury. It's this Mind the Maker cashmere blend knit. The price of this is a little bit eye-watering. This is actually on the Minerva website, so I am going to kind of hang around and hold off for a little while just to see if Minerva have any of their sales on or anything, or if I can get it a bit of a discounted price, because I'm sure it's worth it, because I know that Mind the Maker fabrics are beautiful and they are all really high quality. But for what I want out of this loungewear set, I think it would be really lovely. So I've chosen the burgundy berry kind of colour, which I really like. All of the colours in this particular fabric are quite dark actually. There's a bottle green, I think there's a black and a navy, and then there's this berry colour. So they're all quite dark, but I really quite like the burgundy one. So that's the fabric that I have my eye on for this loungewear set. So I am going to buy an inexpensive fabric and try out my Hudson pants pattern for fit and everything before I even dare to buy or try and cut into an expensive fabric like that. So I'll let you know how that goes. So those are my 3 main plans for the autumn-winter season. I hope you like them. Let me know what you think. I'm really trying to be a bit more mindful about what I make every season, a bit more mindful about how I wear things, what I do and don't wear. And yeah, I'm really trying to just not kind of make for the sake of it, and think more about what I really want to add to my wardrobe rather than just making a load of clothes that I might not necessarily wear. So those are my 3 main plans. Let me know what you think. Let me know as well if you've been inspired to make anything in particular that you've seen around on the high street or on Pinterest, or anything like that. I'd love to know what you're planning to make for the autumn winter season and how you plan your makes for the season as well, because that's really interesting to me. I'm always really interested to hear about how people plan for the next season, how they work out what they are going to sew and things like that. So I always love to chat to you there. So I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and if you have enjoyed this video, please do give it a like as well, because that really does help me out in the whole YouTube algorithm thing. Have a lovely day whatever you're up to, everyone, and I'll hopefully see you again next week in my next video. Bye.